Good evening. Thought I'd do a quick video tour of how the garden is looking. I haven't really been documenting much. With everything going on, I've been kind of busy, but I'm gonna go ahead and start on this side. I recently got these, I don't even know the name. It's like a little lantern tree that has like these little lanterns. So cute. I planted her here a couple months ago. She's doing all right. She just started blooming a little bit. We've had a few cold snaps, and for here down in South Florida, a lot of the tropical plants haven't loved it, so she's still working her way. But over here, it's, mostly like my tropical bed. Bunch of plants over here, helicornias and stuff. And my awapuhi, I have to trim up. But overall, everything's looking pretty lush. I just recently got this plant, and I was debating where to plant it, but it has like a little tubular flower, and I thought it would be a good spot here next to the hummingbird feeder. So it has like these little yellow flowers. So I'm hoping to get that one in the ground soon. Everything looking kind of lush over here. My bleeding heart over there is blooming nicely. I have to string her up and above over the shed. And then just coming over on this side, you'll see I have a fire bush here, and Barbados cherry is growing quite a bit. And here I have a super tall moringa that's doing well. My cranberry hibiscus isn't really liking the cold weather that we've had lately. But she has a lot of new buds popping out. And over here, the almond bush is looking like it has a little bit of damage, either from the cold weather or some type of bug. But a lot of new growth down below, so I might just trim her up. The papaya, we've had a few papayas we were able to eat already, so that's been kind of cool. It's one of my favorite fruits. And the Dominican oregano down here. Unfortunately, it looks like my fig didn't make it, so I may have to replace that. My orchids are doing well. This one has just been blooming for so long, and now she's like a new flower spike popping up here. So she's just really happy here. My butterfly pea also not looking so well, so I think I might have to trim her down. Still no bananas, but it's there. Cuban oregano is still looking really lush. It's a little chaotic over here in my potting area, but nevertheless, we get some potting stuff done here. So over here I have my Egyptian spinach, I think. That's super happy. We have just a few roselle this year. So I have quite a bit that from last year that I dried. So we'll be able to use those. This is my tilo, which is great to make teas and stuff. She's really happy. Just some random milkweeds and plants here. The butterflies, the caterpillars love this one. So she'll like get eaten all down and then come back. My green stalks have some onions and a few herbs. And this one I'm actually really proud of because it's my first time growing strawberries significantly. So seeing a lot of good growth on this. Some of them do have a little bit of powdery mildew, so I have to see if I'm gonna have time to treat it. But overall, they're doing great. This is my Seminole pumpkin. So I do have these beds. I have like a grid system that you see on my other beds. So I am gonna put it together so that it could start crawling up, have more space to grow. And this is actually a bed that I just recently found on Pinecrest Marketplace. And I'm slowly filling it with, cardboard and just cuttings. There's some parts of like my natural Christmas tree. So I'm just starting to fill it up, and then I'll just put soil on top of that and then plant on there. This is really rocky soil, so it's kind of hard to dig down. So this is kind of like a cheating way of getting some more planting space without having to do too much work. 2 orchids here that I got at an orchid show, which are really happy. So hopefully you'll see a lot of the new roots growing here. And so pretty soon I'll be able to take these zip ties off. They're like these heavy duty zip ties that are holding them onto the tree. So let me just quickly pan over. Excuse that. It's one of the covers for one of the beds that I took off earlier today. But here are my 4 veggie beds. Overall, doing pretty good. I've been testing out 2 different systems for the iguanas. That cover that you saw over there is on this bed. And then this, it's kind of hard to see from the video, but we have a bird netting on this one to help with the iguanas, and it's helped significantly. So since this works, I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to this bed because my tomatoes are just outgrowing the space. So if you see, I have to kind of like bring these up. So, but overall the beds are doing great. Down here, I have my garlic chives that I planted like a couple years ago. My oxalis is now blooming. This poor guy has a bunch of weeds I gotta clean out, but this is an actual cool pineapple. It's a spineless pineapple plant. So she's pretty much ready to get moved to a new pot to grow a little bit more, but she's doing pretty good there. And the beds overall are doing well. I have 3 kales here. Actually, I have 4, but this rainbow kale doesn't seem to be as happy. This is a Puerto Rican black bean that I need to get a trellis, which is why I have to take this cover off as well. And then in the middles here, we'll see some turmeric. This is, I think, a bocano pepper and another pepper right here. We got some cilantro kind of thrown in there. And again, these tomatoes are just growing quickly. So I have to definitely put the netting around so that I can open it up. This bed, I kind of left it. Has some onions on this side, which are doing quite well. I got some onions sets that I ordered from Dixondale, and I have them covered because I have a bunch of like iguanas and squirrels that like to disturb the bed, so just trying to give them a head start. And then here, this is turmeric, which is doing really well, and over here is ginger. So the rest of this bed here, I have some potatoes that I'm just waiting for them to kind of like sprout a little more, and I'm going to put the potatoes here. I also have garlic, so I have to figure out where I'm going to put garlic, but overall that's looking good. And then on this bed over here, it's kind of like a mosh posh. This is a failed cucumber that I have to like pull out. But we have some more kale, some dill, some celery that really hasn't done much, parsley over there. This is A chamomile I bought like as a small little 4-inch plant. So I'm not sure if it's liking it there too much. And then this is a little tomato. I don't even remember the name of it, but she's definitely doing well here. She has like a few little tomatoes right here. And then over here, this is the other one that has like that netting. So this is a small tomato. Let me see if I can go over here if you can see better. So this is like a small tomato down here, which hasn't really done much. And over here we have these 2 tomatoes are doing well, but I still have quite a bit of white fly that I'm dealing with, if you see here. So I have to treat it. Unfortunately, since these were really small, I've been treating the white fly, and I just haven't had an opportunity to come out and do it. My mint's really happy here. I have 2 eggnogs, one here and one over there, that aren't really growing very much. So we'll see how that one does. Yeah, overall the garden is looking great. I'm becoming more and more a fan of plants that kind of take care of themselves. But thanks for watching.